Imagine sitting in a boardroom, finalizing a high-stakes deal, but instead of feeling pressure to say yes, you're completely ready to walk away. You're in control, not just of the negotiation, but of the entire dynamic. That's one of the most powerful skills I learned on Wall Street, and it's the first skill you need as an entrepreneur. Hey everyone, it's Hasnae Taleb, and some of you know me as a she-wolf of NASDAQ. Welcome back to my channel where I share the real lessons from my journey as an entrepreneur and trader. Today, I want to talk about the 5 skills that changed everything for me. These aren't just career tips. These are life skills, and they have shaped who I am. But first, let me tell you why I chose to focus on these skills, especially negotiation. I used to be terrible at negotiating. I would walk into situations whether I was buying something, negotiating my salary, or even just bargaining over a price. And I would almost always just go with what was offered. I would pay a full price, never push back, and even in business deals, I would often agree to terms because I didn't want to risk losing out. But my perspective shifted when I started working with some of the big sharks on Wall Street. I noticed something surprising. They would negotiate everything. It didn't matter if it was $1 million deal or the cost of lunch. They never left money on the table. It blew my mind, honestly. And I realized it wasn't because they could just walk away. They weren't powerful because they had endless options. They were powerful because they believed in the value they were bringing to the table. They were fearless and firm in their terms, but also incredibly persuasive, showing why their offer made sense for both sides. This skill of negotiation has become the cornerstone for me, not just in trading or business, but almost everything. It's been key in selling companies, buying new ones, negotiating contracts, and even in trading. I don't overpay for stocks, and I don't settle for terms that aren't right. Today, I want to share this and 4 other skills that have been invaluable in my journey. So let's dive in. Skill number 1 is master the art of negotiation and learn to stand your ground. Negotiation isn't about having a backup plan. It's about knowing your value and being ready to prove it. That's one of the biggest lessons I learned away from Wall Street. At first, I thought people negotiated confidently because they had other options. But I learned it's about creating a sense of value that makes the other party see the offer as a win-win situation. One time, I was in talks to sell a business I'd built from the ground up. Early in the process, they offered a lower valuation that I felt it was worth. The old me would have hesitated to push back, but this time, I laid out all the reasons my valuation made sense. I stuck to my guns even when they hesitated, and it paid off. They came back with a much better offer. That's the power of negotiation. It's not about bluffing, it's about knowing what you bring to the table and communicating it confidently. So my first step, get comfortable negotiating. Whether it's for something big or small, it's a skill that will serve you everywhere. Skill number 2 is develop a high tolerance for risk, but keep it calculated. Entrepreneurship isn't for the faint-hearted, and neither is trading. You need to be comfortable with risk, but it has to be a calculated one. This is something I honed through countless trades where emotions were very, very high, but decisions had to be grounded. And in my early days, every trade felt like gamble. But over time, I learned to calculate the risk versus reward. And in business, it's the same principle. Evaluate every risk with a clear mind, understand the downside, and don't jump in without a plan. This helps you keep your cool when things don't go as planned, because you're confident that you have taken a well-considered risk. Number 3 is cultivate emotional resilience. There will be days when everything feels like it's falling apart, and that's okay. In my first year of serious trading, I took a massive loss that could have made me quit. But I pushed through, and here's what I learned. Resilience isn't about avoiding setbacks, it's about bouncing back. Now, Wall Street taught me something invaluable. You're going to lose sometimes, and it's not the end. What matters is how quickly you can shake it off and come back stronger. This applies to trading, to deals that fall through, to business failure. It's about being able to say, all right, that didn't go as planned. What's next? Skill number 4 is think long term and be ready to pivot. When I first started one of my businesses, I had a very specific vision, but as opportunities arose, I had to be willing to adapt. In trading, we call it zooming out. Now, if you need to look beyond the immediate wins or losses and see the broader trend. Now, when my company was at the crossroads, I noticed a new market opening up. Instead of sticking to the original plan, I pivoted, and that decision led me to incredible growth. The same is true for any business. You have to be flexible, adjust your course, and always keep the bigger picture in mind. Adaptability is what keeps you ahead of the curve. Skill number 5 is surround yourself with the right people and build a network. Your network is your support system, your safety net, and sometimes your greatest asset. I wouldn't be where I am today without my mentors and peers who have guided me, challenged me, and had my back. In my early days, mentors like Mitzi and Roy pushed me to think bigger, showed me the importance of diversification, and taught me strategies I hadn't even considered. So surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and share your values. Their influence can open doors, help you see blind spots, and keep you grounded. So those are the 5 skills that I believe are essential for every entrepreneur. Negotiate with confidence, take calculated risk, build resilience, think long term, and surround yourself with the right people. These skills don't just build businesses, they build character. They're what got me through the toughest times. And if you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and comment with questions or topics you would like to hear more about. I'll be back next Sunday with more stories and insights. Thanks for watching.